everybody. I'm coming to you as promised with how I meal plan and prep. I hope you got something out of Lindsay's group. It was very thorough. It's the traditional container system, prepping everything in advance. I have done it that way, but I also found that doesn't work for me most of the time. I needed to find my own system that works for me using the basics of the container system. So I'm still following the program, but I do my meal prep differently. So here we go. This is going to be a multimedia approach. Hopefully I can string them all together in one YouTube video. We'll see how good my technical skills are. As far as planning, I do it exactly like Lindsay does. I do like her templates. I used to do it always on paper, on templates, and I'm to the point where I just put it in my phone in the notes section. And it's something we do as a family most of the time. Not always. It doesn't always work out that way. So, and obviously dinner is the only thing that everybody chimes in on. So I'm going to put in a little video of how I find recipes on Beachbody On Demand. There's a lot of great recipes on there. It's like a constantly growing cookbook. They're always adding recipes to it. It tells you the container count. They have recipes set for the other nutrition program, To Be Mindset, which I'll send a separate video on. It's actually what I'm following now, but I started with the container system, which was very good at helping me learn portion sizes and macros. Really good basic. Hi, here's a little clip of how I look up recipes. This is on my phone. You can do it from your phone or laptop. This is on Beachbody On Demand. You can see some of the exercise programs on there, but in addition, there's basically 2 virtual cookbooks. One requires an additional membership, and one is with the regular membership, which is this one, Fixate, comes with the regular membership. So as you can see, I went kind of fast, but there's a table of contents with tons of recipes. They keep on adding to it, so it's a cookbook that keeps growing, which is amazing. And then what I'm going to show you is I'm going to click on one of the recipes, and I was looking for a particular one, which, like, in my rushing, I couldn't find. My family's favorite one is the beef stew, but anyway, I think I clicked on something else, the enchiladas. So I'm going to click on it, and you'll see that you can see the recipe. You can print it up if you want to, or look at it from your phone, and then it tells you the container counts for each one. So I do this Friday or Saturday. I choose my recipes. We do it as a family. We have some regular go-tos. I also now I'm doing To Be Mindset. I still use the Fixate recipes, even with To Be Mindset. To Be Mindset's an amazing program run by a registered dietitian that lasts like little bit of weight that I had to lose at the end. I dropped off so quickly and easily with To Be Mindset. And she has her own recipe book on the website. You also get a physical book if you buy the To Be Mindset Challenge pack. So here you can see she has all these different recipes, a lot to choose from. So then what do I do after I do my menu? Obviously grocery shop. So some weekends, that's all that happens, because as I said before, I work a lot of weekends. Soon I won't. I have a new job starting March 11th, as a lot of you guys know, but and it doesn't include weekends or holidays. I'm so excited after 23 years of working weekends and holidays. But anyway, most weekends are busy. So even if I'm not working that weekend, they're just busy. I have 2 kids that are in sports. I have, family obligations. I have lots of stuff. It's very rare that I have, a Saturday or Sunday afternoon where I'm just at home, where I can cook ahead all my food and prep it. So, but what I do make sure I do is go grocery shopping. And then when I come home from grocery shopping, we shop a lot at Costco. So you know how everything comes in bulk. So if I buy a bulk amount of chicken, I don't just stick it in the freezer like that. I actually, clean and cut it into one evening's meal size portions, put it in a Ziploc bag and freeze it like that, so that when it comes for that day to cook in the morning, I can take it out of the freezer and it's ready to go when I get home from work. And there are often times I forget to take it out of the freezer and I cook it frozen. I know you're not supposed to do that, but like you do what works. Same with ground meat Every Tuesday we have Taco Tuesday. My son insists, it's a requirement. So what I do when I buy the ground meat, I buy it again from Costco. I buy the grass-fed beef. We eat beef. You know, some of the recipes say to use ground turkey instead. You can still eat beef. So we buy the grass-fed ground beef from Costco. It comes with a huge amount again. When I get home from the grocery store, part of unpacking groceries is I add onions and garlic to it, mix it all up, and I actually I have those little Tupperware hamburger things, and I store them in there. So I know for Taco Tuesday we need 3 usually of those hamburger things. And then if there's a day that I'm making hamburgers, I have them already shaped like hamburgers, and they already have the onions and the garlic in them. I don't have to wait for the ground beef to thaw. So it cuts out time during the week. Also, often I'll pre-cut vegetables. I don't always do this, but when I do have a chance to do it, it saves a lot of time. So a family favorite is cauliflower and Brussels sprouts baked. And it's funny because those were 2 vegetables we never ate before. And since I started this, the kids love when I make cauliflower, and I just add like olive oil and salt and pepper and stick in the oven, and it's delicious. They don't always love the Brussels sprouts, but I like the Brussels sprouts. So sometimes I'll cut them, get them ready, put them in a Ziploc, put them in the freezer. When I get home from work, I can just put them in the pan, add the olive oil, the salt and pepper, and put them in the oven. So it just speeds things up on weekdays. And one of the biggest changes that I've noticed is because I already have a plan. I think a lot of times before I started this, the problem was I didn't have a plan. So what would happen is I'd get home from work, everybody's already hungry. You know, my kids get home first, and then I get home. And then my husband gets home later because he takes the train. And we're all already so hungry. There isn't a lot of time. I have no idea what to make. The food isn't in the fridge. And so invariably we end up getting takeout, Chinese or pizza, or, you know, once in a while those things are okay, but it was like a regular part of our diet, which is part of the reason why I gained weight. So having the plan and having the food in your house is the most important thing. Okay, so now let me tell you how I use the containers. When I actually cook, I cook family style. I have not changed that. I'm cooking for 4 people. So I'm going to give you an example. Yesterday I made a London broil and the baked cauliflower and Brussels sprouts mix. And so when I set the table, put the food out on the table, we all sit down to eat. In addition are these containers. A red one for the London broil, a green one for the vegetables. What I have found is I was not eating that many vegetables before, because what ends up in this green container is a lot more. It doesn't look that big, but when you actually pour it out on your plate, it's a lot more vegetables than I would have served myself if I didn't measure it in this green container first. And the red container is definitely an adequate amount of meat. It doesn't feel like I'm lacking in anything. The one place where I did feel like I'm lacking, but I've gotten used to it, is the yellow container. So that's carbohydrates. And before I started all of this, pasta with meat sauce was a regular meal for us. And that had to change because the first time I made pasta with meat sauce and I put this amount of pasta on my plate, it was clearly not enough food. So I've started to replace pasta with zoodles. Sometimes I'll put regular pasta in with it, with zoodles or with spaghetti squash, something to supplement and fill me up, because this is not going to fill me up. So it's kind of shifting your diet away from too many carbohydrates and towards more vegetables, which is a good change. Made a huge difference, not only to my weight, but my skin, my hair, my nails. I mean, seriously, I'm finally getting vitamins that I wasn't getting before. So I hope you find this helpful. I'm going to add some pictures of the quick foods I buy. I buy already cooked grilled chicken that I pack for lunch like every single day. I buy my vegetables already cut. Like, as many barriers as you can break through to make it as fast as possible, the easier it is. I'm a working mom of 2. For a long time I had 3 jobs. not even joking. Coaching has helped supplement my income. I'm now down to one job, and not only because of coaching. It's a lot of things. I changed a lot of things. I needed to like settle down my life to like be able to enjoy myself a little more and go on vacations once in a while. And all of this is working. It really is working. So I hope this is helpful. Ask me any questions. Talk to you soon.